Hello guys, and today Ukrainian armed forces have worked really well and we've destroyed a number of Russian energy companies deep inside the rear, actually in Tatarstan, which is a national republic that is inside the federation, and in 1991 they tried to proclaim independence. And I hope that after the defeat of the Kremlin, they will continue with this sovereignty and independence movement, and you don't have to be afraid of the collapse or dissolution of the Russian Federation, because it cannot be worse, believe me. And also we have destroyed Russian Su-25 that was flying in a wrong place above the Ukrainian territories. And compare that with the target that Russians have chosen today in Kharkiv, killing 6 people. It was a printing factory of one of the biggest Ukrainian publishing houses. And there are some heartbreaking photos of pages burned and people killed in a publishing house. So those neutral, those who still want to compare countries, compare reasons, just have a look at the targets, compare these targets and make your conclusions. Russia is pure evil and it has to be stopped because it inspires other evil regimes. And as I record this vlog, we observe some tension growing next to Taiwan as China performs some drills, and we all know it is getting ready to attack. Let me know in the comments below, do you believe this will happen? And unfortunately, as a Ukrainian, I think it will. So let me tell you more about this dynamic and complicated day from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. So let's start with some good news, and these are the destruction of a number of Russian energy, coal and traditionally oil refineries in Tatarstan. Tatarstan is more than 1,000 kilometers away from Ukraine, which means first, we have really good long-range drones capable of traveling such distances. Second, Russians have very poor air defense and intelligence because they cannot stop these drones from working. But this is good for us, definitely. People were evacuated from these factories and depots, but the destructions are serious for the industry. Exactly what we want. Because all of these energy producing Russian companies are evil and they fuel their military machine directly and indirectly. Directly, they need it for war. Indirectly, they get money by selling this energy. Because no, they cannot produce anything. You will not find a Russian car or a Russian mobile phone worth buying. All they can is dig and sell or loot and sell. And it is, by the way, very important to state that all the airports around were not working, and it's not the first time, not the second, not the 10th time that Russian airports are frozen, paralyzed because of air defense working, Ukrainian drones in their skies. And this is another message to the Russian population. You wanted war, you got war, and with each day it is closer and closer to your homes. I'm sure you will agree that Russian regions of Belgorod, Rostov, Krasnodar, and many more, including Tatarstan actually, we can consider a war zone because of these explosions, destructions, air raid alerts. And this is what Putin achieved with his blitzkrieg on Ukraine, and this is karma, this is a rule of war. It always returns back home to Russia. And I don't know what will happen to this federation, to this dying empire after our joint victory. Will it collapse? Will it dissolve? Will a civil war start there? But honestly, We don't have to try and prevent it because it was not us who started it. You have to realize we now need to defeat Russia because after so many crimes, it actually inspires other evil regimes. Remember to subscribe to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and all the democratic world. This is the easiest but extremely effective way to spread more information and truth. And we are all watching what is going on around Taiwan. We know that China is an evil authoritarian regime that supplies Russia with everything it needs. It definitely interferes in this war on the side of Putin. They provide them with missiles, they provide them with money, and during these years of a full-scale war, the number of trade and the size of trade and all the thing as grew 64% between Russia and China, which is a very vivid illustration. They are allies. And another proof that this is not a local conflict in Ukraine, as some try to pretend. This is a global conflict and it develops. Why? Because we cannot stop Russia quickly enough. And the regimes that observe, they actually get this drive and they want to shake situations further, causing chaos and problems all around the planet. If I do have some subscribers in Taiwan, please let me know in the comments below. I support you greatly. I hope nothing bad will happen to your country and China will not invade. In case it will happen, stay strong and you have always our support. And most importantly, I know you will win just as we will, because that's the way this planet works. After these dark days, light always prevails. And one of such beautiful moments was actually the light after the explosion of Russian Su-25 that has chosen a very wrong route above Ukrainian territories, and we have downed it. Is it a correct word? And at the same time, Russians demonstrated awful brutality when targeting a Ukrainian publishing house, printing facilities of Vivat publishing house. And today, everything that we do in Ukraine to support this beautiful people is buying the books on the webpage. And I'm sure people will continue doing that because Ukrainians are amazing in their unity in such dark times. But this is very painful, and I think one of the very vivid illustrations of Russian war crimes, when you see these burned pages on the remains of what was one of the largest printing factories in Ukraine. Kharkiv is actually the capital of printing, perhaps a very vibrant literary center, and it will remain like that, I'm sure. But unfortunately with losses, because 6 people were killed today in Kharkiv. And Kharkiv lives. Kharkiv is beautiful. And those who advise me not to dehumanize Russians, please don't, because Russians themselves dehumanize them when they either commit these crimes because it was not Putin targeting Kharkiv, or when they close their eyes and ignore what is happening. And we have to remain united, and we have to fight, not to observe, not to express concerns, but to fight. Let me know, would you like to have a live this Saturday, 9 p.m. Kyiv time, our traditional time? And if yes, what topics would you like to discuss with me? Leave your ideas in the comments below. Join me on Instagram. I'm sharing more of everyday routine there. Also, I'm on X and Threads, and we have a Discord community. All the links that you need are in the description of this video, same as the link to our merch shop with lots of really good items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Thank you so much for becoming sponsors of the channel, buying me coffees and becoming my patrons and helping me film more and write more and inspiring more new projects to come. You are friends, you are family. I am blessed to have you, and Ukraine is blessed to have so many supporters around the world. And as I've said, we will win. Slava Ukraini!